So you are welcome. Can you tell us about yourself, please?
Well, as I said earlier, my name is Daniel Hinekufori, the second born out of 3 siblings to Mr. David Hinekufori and Madam Lily Ofori. I'm a student of optometry, and I'm a man who believes that what is right is always right, even if no one is doing it. And what is wrong will always remain wrong, even if everyone is doing it. Thank you very much, Prof. Chair.
We can't hear you. Maybe you want to raise the microphone a bit so that, yeah.
Hello?
Yeah.
Is it audible now? All right, sure. As I said earlier, my name is Daniel Hinekufori, level 500 student studying Doctor of Optometry. The second child to Mr. David Hinekufori and Madam Lily Ofori. As I said, I'm a man who believes that my guardian or my life principle revolves on the fact that what is right, even if no one is doing it. And what is wrong, even if everybody is doing it. Thank you very much, Prof. Chair.
So, tell us why you are here.
Thank you very much, Prof. Chair. I'm here to be vetted in the capacity of an aspirant, SRC President.
I can't hear a word. Take your time. Relax. Relax. You know the drill, Abby. Relax. And take it one by one.
Duly noted, Prof. Chair. I'm here to be vetted as an SRC presidential aspirant.
Okay. Why do you want to be an SRC president?
The core reason why I want to be SRC president has its foundation on my vision of aspiring for this cause. Since the inception of taking this course, it has always been our mandate and our mantra, not a sutra anyway, that it is you o'clock, nothing about you without you. We are of the firm belief that...
We are struggling to hear. Maybe, I don't know, technical.
Hello? Hello?
So let's try this.
Okay. As I was saying, Prof. Chair, the reason why I want to become an SRC president is actually founded on my vision for this office. In a sense that since the inception to take up this course, it has always been our mantra that it is you o'clock, nothing about you without you.
It is what? 2 o'clock?
It is you o'clock.
You o'clock.
Yeah.
You o'clock.
It is you o'clock, nothing about you without you. We have carefully studied our governance system and structure. We have come to the realization that there has been a seclusion of the council from its people. So we are of the view that if we are given a nod, if I become the SRC president, the bridge between the student and the SRC is going to be bridged, because we are saying that the SRC should be the student and the student should be the SRC. So that is the reason why I want to be the SRC president. Thank you very much, Prof. Chair.
Okay, let me try to rehash what you said. So there's a gap.
Sorry?
There's a gap and there must be a bridge.
Yeah.
There must be a bridge. What is that gap?
Sorry?
What is that gap? That must be bridged.
Okay, Prof. Chair, in a representational governance as we find ourselves in, we, the executive, or we, the aspirant, should I be given a nod? It is one that is going to be one that is hinged on trusteeship. So trusteeship. So we are saying that as an SRC and as a representational governance system, our people should also be us. Whatever the direction, whatever step we are going to take should be in the interest of the people. Because at the end of the day, we are saying it as they are, but we have been privileged to be asked as trusteeship. So every step, every decision that we are making should be the one that resonates in their interest. Should be the one that is of them. And not as me executive going to be in the conference room and then deciding for the people. But we have to make them major stakeholders. Thank you very much, Prof. Chair.
But in every situation, there are leaders, and the leaders are accountable to the populace.
Very much
But
agreed. Prof. Chair.
whatever the case is, they have to take decisions for the populace. They listen to their opinions, but the decision rests on the executive. So I find it difficult to see the gap. Unless I didn't get you well.
I'm also trying to
So
get the input.
what is the exact gap that you have found that you want to fill? Because
Well,
you talked about a gap, right?
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
So tell me, I didn't quite get the gap you want to fill. You said it's about the people, we are trustees and all that. Yes. But leadership must be prevalent in every situation.
Yes.
And they must take decisions.
Yes, Prof. Chair.
Because all of us cannot take the decision.
Exactly.
So tell me about the gap. Then we can move on from there.
Thank you very much, Prof. Chair. With the gap, I seek to address the point that I've been in school for 5 years and then I've been following the SRC. We presently have a general meeting and then out of 30,000 people, 1/3 of it was not present.
Right.
So we are saying that, yes, what you are saying is valid, but we are saying that in every situation, in every circumstance, it is the people that we are serving. It's servitude that we are offering. And if we are serving, we have to cherish their opinions and ideas. I could know that, yes, this is going to be the interest of the people, but then again, what are the people actually saying? If they are saying that they want to toll line A, that should be the cause of we the frontliners. Thank you very much, Prof. Chair.
So why did people not attend the General Assembly, in your opinion?
Well, Prof. Chair, in my opinion, I think it is hinged on low publicity. I personally saw the flyer a day to the General Assembly. Thank you very much, Prof. Chair.
So the publicity was bad. That's why people did not patronize.
I wouldn't be tempted to use the word bad. It was inadequate.
All right. Is the current president your friend?
The current president is my classmate.
Oh.
Yes.
Interesting. I see. So did you talk about this? Did you tell him how poor publicity was and all that?
Oh, yes, Prof. Chair. We have been engaging ourselves with every decision, everything. When I see something, I just point, oh, Kwejo, this could have been done this way.
And that can be verified?
Oh, yes.
Are you part of any of his committees?
No, please, Prof. Chair.
Why is that? Is your classmate as a friend?
Oh, yes. But as I believe, every person has its personal principles. When I came to university, I told myself I'm not going to be a committee head.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Prof. Chair, I think it's much more personal, and it's one that I personally feel that it's not always the case that you have to be in the limelight. Sometimes you have to also let people and then lead from behind.
Let me put you on the spot.
Yes, please, Prof. Chair.
Last year you were coming and you didn't come.
Exactly, Prof. Chair.
I mean, not coming. I mean, you were. I humbly retract that. So last year we were expecting to see you on this chair.
Yes, please, Prof. Chair.
But eventually you decided not to come again.
Exactly.
I mean, not to attend again.
Yeah.
So we are collab. So what happened?
Well, Prof. Chair, in summary, what I can say is that nature took its course. Nature took its course.
Nature took its course.
Yeah.
So it was a personal decision.
It was a personal decision at a difficult crossroad.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. You have observed the current president a bit.
Yes,
and
please,
you have
Prof. Chair.
followed some of his policies.
Yes, please, Prof. Chair.
Well, he will be handing over very soon. He may not have finished all he started.
That's true.
What do you bring on board?
Thank you very much, Prof. Chair. First of all, I think I have to establish the fact that governance is in perpetuity.
Right.
So, first on our policy is that continuation of the existing project, the Light Up Diaspora, and some of the project that has been initiated by the current president. But what we are bringing on board that, in our opinion, we think it's a new thing, is that we are bringing what we call sanitation drive.
Sanitation drive.
Yes, which is in 3 phases. And then we have, which is in 3 phases.
Right.
Good. And also bring in a policy that I personally have termed work and study policy.
Work and
Study policy.
work and study.
We also have a package for entrepreneurship in line with the vision of the Vice Chancellor. In collaboration with DHAB, we are going to institute a policy that we have termed Think It Funded policy.
Take it what?
Think It Funded.
Take it fund.
Think It Funded.
Think it funded.
Yeah.
Did someone else say that?
Yes.
Okay.
I think that's your
Okay. Think it funded.
Yes,
Yeah.
please. And one of I believe for every governance, there has to be an impact. For every governance, there has to be an impact, not with the people that you lead alone, but also with where you find yourself. So we have actually coined a policy that we've termed as societal impact and the capacity building. So the societal impact is that the university is situated among communities. What have been the impact of our SRC within the region communities? We are
So that is under which one?
societal impact
Societal impact.
and capacity building.
And what?
Capacity building.
Forgive me. Eh?
Yes,
I know you talk fast,
a lot.
but today the pressure has made it double. Eh?
So sorry.
Societal impact and
Capacity building.
capacity building. Thank you. So that's 4 for now.
Yeah.
I have sanitation drive,
Yes, please.
work and study, entrepreneurial, and think it funded.
Yes, please, Prof. Chair.
Then social impact and capacity building. Correct?
Absolutely.
Okay. Please, can you tell us how you go about this sanitation drive?
Well, with the sanitation drive, we have observed our university, and then we have seen that, yes, there's a lot more to do when it comes to sanitation. Even the procurement of bins on campus are not sufficient. So you can see from the congregational grounds a heap of trash, should that be appropriate for lack of a better word. And also on the LTs, the lecture theatres, there are no dustbins on the stretch, calc, some vantage points. So we are seeing that we are bringing into force a sanitation drive, which is in 3 phases. The first phase is the provision of the dustbins to these vantage points, to these lecture theatres, to some of the halls of residence, to beef up the existing ones. And the second phase has to do with the fact that there has to be waste segregation policy. So the sanitation drive actually captures waste segregation, where we are going to make considerable effort to make sure that our waste have been segregated, plastic waste, then organic waste for the start. And the third aspect is the recycling aspect of the sanitation drive. So with the recycling, we are looking at convertible use of plastic waste, and also, to some extent, the selling, in quotes for the lack of a better word, of trash for byproduct of people that actually do recycling companies and all that. So that is with the sanitation drive.
So basically, you are going to provide dustbins, advantage places, including the lecture theatres. We are going to have separation of bins, recycling,
Yes,
and then probably selling of trash.
Yeah.
Okay. Work and study.
Work and study. With work and study, we have come to a realization after considerable consultation that yes, our students on the University of Cape Coast could take up some jobs which are not really demanding. Like at the library, for instance, the arrangement of books after the usage of the library on the shelves, and also at the farms. I remember taking my project work when I was in level 300, low vision of the school employees. So I was at the farms. They made us aware that the human resource that they are needed to get the expected product are low. I personally, through my inquiry, came to that. I said, okay, if the human resource at the UCC farms are low, so they have to employ people from our side to take up some of these jobs on shift basis. So we are saying that, yes, we are here to study, the primary reason to study. But then again, if there is a chance for us to work and get some small stipends from out of the work that we are going to do, it is going to cushion the student himself and also make livelihood on campus quite much easy. So we have taken into consideration the farms, the library, and also the farms, the library part, and code, yes, the workload at code. Looking at marking of script, packing of printed product, and also the distribution of these things from the inside of code to the respective place. So these are some of the things we've taken consideration of.
Farms, innovative, library, yes. As for code, don't go there.
Thank you very much, Prof.
Because you're also a student.
Julia,
And we are dealing with students. So we can't give their scripts to you to mark.
We were targeting the
and you
distance.
can't print exam questions.
Not the printing. I mean, when they get printed, the sorting out, the stapling and all that.
It's not a job of students.
That's quite acknowledged.
It's a very tempting job. And because you are working for money, somebody can give you a higher amount than code can pay.
Julia,
So you can think about another avenue.
Okay, thank you very much, Prof. Chair.
I don't want to say the houses of lectures because that can also create a huge
whole lot of problems.
problem.
You were even considering the water splash.
Okay.
The water splash.
That can be.
Yeah.
Then entrepreneurship. Think it, fund
it. So when I came to level 100, Prof. Chair, I think it was in session, but then they used to call it Business Idea Challenge. So we are going to engage DHAB and also the School of Business. That, okay, student entrepreneurs who have these ideas, student entrepreneurs who have startups, student entrepreneurs who have innovative ideas to start up businesses, come and pitch their businesses through a process, just like they do their pageantry and all that on campus. So their ideas are going to be vetted by a panel, just as I am being vetted by a panel, taking into consideration the market, the business idea, the concept, production, all these things, factors, and how viable these ideas are,
right,
and how they can be nurtured. So you've all these things, okay.
So social impact and capacity building.
I'll tackle social impact separately and then before I move on to capacity building. So
right.
Social impact, we are of the view that, yes, we are here to study, but then again, we have a lot of professional programs being run by the school. So looking at that, we have the pharmacy students, we have law students, we have medical students, medical lab students, among others. Even teachers are being trained on campus. So the question I ask myself is, how impactful can we be to the surrounding communities around us? So if it is about an outreach organized by the SRC, including all these multidisciplinary factors or factions, to make sure that the people that are surrounding us or the community that we find ourselves in, we also have some level of impact in them. If it is teaching, it could be regulated. If it is health, we can have our students under the supervision or under proper permission granted, carry out health screenings for them and all that. So that is social impact. There's the societal impact, sorry. But the capacity building, we are looking at the world is fast changing. We have gotten to a stage where the A's and B's on your paper, if not where it's academic work or scholarship, is of little or no use now. The question the corporate people are asking is, what can you also bring to the table? What can you do? So if it is marketing, we are looking at not making it theoretical marketing. If it is about entrepreneurship, as I said earlier, it shouldn't be theoretical. Even if it is about optometry, it shouldn't be just the theories of optometry, but how practical can it be and how innovative can you build on what has been established. So yes, we are going to liaise with the lecturers here on campus, which we believe that some of them have viable ideas when it comes to corporate world and how the corporate world operates. And also resource persons, how best we can equip our students, position them at where the world is actually heading towards, so that the corporate gap between students and the theory thing we do here, or the theory thing that people are taking as that is their sole bread and butter of life, should be bridged with the corporate world.
So kind of bridging the gap between the students and the working world.
Concisely put, Chair.
All right, these are interesting ideas. How are you going to fund them?
So the funding, when it comes to
I think, especially with the social impact, and because you can't allow the students to go to the villages and teach without giving them anything.
that's so true, the chair. So with funding, the primary base of funding of the SRCs are dues we take. If it's about sacrifices, like some portions of our programs we organize. If it's so if it is about sacrificing some of the programs we organize, if it's about not venturing into certain stuffs, we have to cut down the cost, we will do that. And also sponsorship is also key to these things. So if people are going to have health screening, we wouldn't just tell them to go and have health screening because you are serving the nation or you are creating impact. Motivation is also important. So some of these funds, the dues, scholarships, and also, sponsorship and also grants.
Tell me about Bright Future Academy.
Bright Future Academy is an international school situated in Tano Jumem, Kenya, Asante region. Just a couple of kilometers from my house. After SHS, that's Prempeh College, I wanted to, as they would call it, jackpot. But I think all actions proved futile, and then I felt like, okay, I have to come to school. So in the preparation of coming to school, I was...
Hey!
In the preparation of coming to school, I felt like, okay, this school needs teachers. So I applied, and then I taught mathematics from class 6 to JHS 2, and that international school.
Because I was intrigued. 4 months.
Yes.
I see. So, I have seen something here. I have creative mind and I am adaptable to challenging situations as part of your personal profile.
Creative mind.
I have creative mind and I am adaptable to challenging situations. Can you walk us through any challenging situation you have encountered and how creative you were?
So with creativity, I think I'll give 2 separate instances. With creativity, I believe I am a lazy person. That makes me creative.
You are what? You are a lazy person?
Yeah, that makes me creative because I don't want to always go back. I want to find different ways to arrive at the same solution. So if
shorter means, you mean?
Not shorter means your chair. Different ideas, innovative. So if it is math, then you have to go through 6 methods. I will sit and derive like 2 or 3 so that I'll arrive at the same solution. So that is with the creative mind. And then adaptability, I believe the corners of the world are changing. And as humans too, we have to change. So that's just as you pointed out last year when I raised the flag to be the next SRC president. I got to a point that I was torn between following the laws or following my personal ideals. In the sense that when the results were computed, 2.49 and then 2.5, consulted a lot of lawyers saying 2.5 is not the same as 2.50 because there's 1 decimal place and all that. A lot of academicians came on board and I was torn that particular instance. I told the team, yes, this is where we are, this is the crossroad we are. So in order to, as a personal person who believes in the rule of law, I took the decision that, yes, then I have to turn in my withdrawal letter because I don't meet the stipulated criteria. And if I don't meet it, it's going to be a dent on my personal and political life that I should put myself up there, and then what becomes of it? We took that decision, and then after that, we had to adapt to what came at us. Because at the end of the day, it was a social contract that was drawn with the people that were following us.
I was going to wait for some time, but since you brought it up, let's deal with it now.
No problem to take.
So, like I told all the people who came, once you put yourself out there, you become naked in quotes.
Yes.
So you started with 2.9, and then you went down to 3.0. You went up, actually,
yes,
to 3.0. Then you came down to 2.8. Then to 2.7, 2.5, 9, 2.51, 2.49, 2.48. As we sit, is 2.41, but you have 3 ICs.
Yes, Prof. Chair.
So, like I tell everyone, by close of day tomorrow, if we don't get your IC sorted, then it will be very difficult to take a decision. I know some came with about 5 ICs pending. And it's strange, almost all of you have challenges with ICs. So we want to try and you have to try hard and get it sorted. Otherwise, we cannot continue with the journey.
Do you acknowledge, Prof. Chair?
Okay, thank you. Can you walk us through your leadership experiences?
Well, with that experience, I think it all started when I was in JHS.
Right.
With JHS, I became the senior boys prefect of Ucc Academy, situated at Bremai in Kumasi. Then from then, I went to Premier College, and in level 200, the second year, going to third year, I put in my bid to become the senior boys prefect of Premier College, and then I got to the crossroad, and then it was an end of the journey for me. So after Premier College, I put in my bid to be at the regional SRC level. I put in my bid, and then the journey also was an end game for me because I put in my bid to run as zonal organizer. After zonal organizer, there was a portal created for awards committee chairperson. I put in my bid, and I became the awards committee vice chairperson of Asante Regional Student Representative Council. Then we were in charge of evaluating people that are deserving of award, commending people. We were in charge of issuing of awards to deserving people and schools within the region. Then from ARSRC, I came to the University of Cape Coast. I've always been a fanatic of parliamentary proceedings and parliament as an institution. So in first year, one day I was walking down the G block, and then I met the Right Honorable Caleb Otabel, the then Speaker of Parliament for SRC 17 Parliament. I heard you guys on radio, ATL FM. There was a program, the Parliament on Radio. And I told him that I would love to join Parliament. And I was like, okay, I should be at this place at this particular point in time. So I joined Parliament, the 17th Parliamentary Council, as a non-voting member, where I witnessed proceedings and also learned from what was going on. So in level 200, I became the majority chief whip of the 18th SRC Parliament, where in the course of duties, I was responsible for making sure that caucuses, the decisions of caucuses are binding on all people. And then if caucus is towing a line, it's our duty as whips to make sure that everybody falls in place. And then through that duty, I wrote to the Speaker of Parliament then, Right Honorable Abdul Karim, to reconvene the House to talk about accommodation issues. I think at that time, the price of accommodation was surging, skyrocketing, and then it needed to be talked about. So we reconvened the House on emergency meeting or sitting, and we spoke about accommodation issues. And it led to the petition to the Vice Chancellor's office, which we were in a meeting with him. That is when I got to know of his intention to build a hostel capacity of 5,000 bed capacity. So from then, I became the majority leader in Parliament for the majority caucus, being the head of government business in the House, liaising with the executive arm and then parliamentary duties in the chamber. So I was more or less representing the agenda of the president in the chamber. Then I became the Speaker of Ogwa Hall, tasked with the formative of the Hall's Parliament, forming the Hall Parliament and institutionalize it. So we did our maximum best. Today, the Hall is up and running. The Parliament in the Hall is up and running with training people to take up diverse roles and also training people in the act of public speaking. So I think from then I was retained because of the work we have put in place and then the need for a perpetuity. So I served as second Speaker of Parliament for Oguaho. And also, while I was the Speaker of Oguaho, I was a member of Parliament for the SRC 20th Parliament. So in campus, this has been some of the leadership roles I've taken up so far.
You have never considered to be the president of Oguaho?
The Prof said no.
Why was that? Or why is that?
I believe visions are stationed in a sense that where individual finds herself, there has always been a vision that you have to carry it out, or there has always been a vision that you want to pursue. And Oguaho, as at then, through the tenure of Sir Charles, through to Sir John, Sir Charles, Kwekwade, Nana Boache, and all that, I believe these people are more particular and more passionate about it.
They are not lazy.
Not necessarily, Prof. Che, passionate about the whole than I am. So they could be better leaders of the whole. Taking a clue from John Simmons was a lot of insubordination. We all can't be president at a respective place at a particular point in time.
I see. I'm worried about the dwindling of the results. I'm worried. What is causing that? I think the drop is too sharp from where you have come from. What do you think is the cause?
Prof, in all honesty and sincerity, I think I am responsible for the drop because at the time that the program was up and running, I was much interested in classical philosophy, Asian contemporary philosophy, all those stuff.
So what are you going to do to rectify it?
Hard work pays, Prof. Che.
You repent?
Hard work pays.
Hard work pays?
Yes.
So you're going to work hard?
Exactly.
Because I'll follow it up. You know I will.
Yes, Prof. Che.
I will follow it up. Probably the last, before I go to the young lady, tell me about Dreams of Africa Youth for Change.
Yeah, Dreams of Africa Youth for Change, Prof. Che, is an NGO set up to empower people to live up to their full potentials. So Dreams of African Youth for Change actually started with a couple of friends of mine, a couple of friends, and myself. Which our first meeting happened in Accra. And then we came to form this NGO that we are going to task ourselves with training people, empowering people in the context of leading themselves, one, leading in where they find themselves, and also nurturing some of their talents when it comes to entrepreneurship and all that. So in Dreams of African Youth for Change, I started as a board member, and then now I'm a director for research for Dreams of African Youth for Change. Thank you very much, Prof. Che.
So who funds it? Are you the...
Oh, no, we have patrons.
Oh, okay. Okay. Can you give me the full name of OSAG?
Optometry Student Association of Ghana, UCC chapter.
Oh, okay. You are the judicial board chair there.
Yes, please, Prof. Che.
And what do you do as a judicial board chair?
As a judicial board chair, I work hand in hand with the committees to settle any constitutional matters that needs attention, and also to make sure that every committee or elected officer, it's acting within the principles and remits of the Constitution, and not outside or...
You've done enough. Why don't you rest?
Prof. Che, taking history from his assistant the president, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, started in 98, repeated failures. But it's always boiled down to tenacity and their willpower. So rest, I think, Prof. Che.
There's more rest after death.
I can agree to you on that. There's more rest after that.
So the CV is quite okay.
Thank you very much, Prof. Che.
In fact, if it wasn't okay, I would have whipped you. Because you know I'll talk about CV.
Yes, Prof. Che.
There are some spaces we have to deal with, but those are not the major ones. But with the referees, I'm not happy with how it was done. You know, we just need their names, their addresses, email address, and telephone numbers. You don't necessarily have to write name and the person's name. occupation, extra,
Duly noted, Prof. Chair.
institution. So that is the major flaw I see. Otherwise, and one of them you forgot to bring their email in case you want to contact them. You listen to music, but you don't sing.
I sing. I'm an Adventist. I do sing.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's fine. Yes, my lady. Chelsea, you said.
Yes, please.
So who is Chelsea? Oluwanifemi Oshoro.
Oshoro.
Oshoro. Yes. Tell us.
Chelsea Oluwanifemi Oshoro is a vibrant young lady. She's a 20-year-old girl. She is the first of 3 children to Madam Theodora Pratt and Mr. Akinshola Oshoro. She is a doctor of pharmacy student, currently in level 400, and a proud affiliate of Superannuation Hall. Thank you.
Proud affiliate of
Superannuation Hall.
Superannuation Hall.
Yes, please.
I see. Why are you here?
The chair, I am here to be vetted as the vice presidential candidate for Team Stana.
I see. What is the role of the vice president?
The chair, the vice president will act in the absence of the president as the president, and the vice president is also supposed to assist the president in carrying out his duties. He or she is in charge of the welfare and interest of the students with special needs. The vice president is also the one that chairs plenary meetings of the subcommittees of the SRC.
I hear your course is very tough.
Yes,
Why
please,
do you want to
it
do this
is.
to yourself?
The chair, I will not deny the fact that the course is very tough. However, I believe that the total learning experience should include making an impact, especially as somebody who believes in leadership.
What new thing would you bring on board as the vice president of SRC?
The chair, aside the things already mentioned, I am going to, as the vice president, I'm going to start up a sanitary pad bank. Yes, please. And then also expand
Did you write these things here or you brought them?
No, I just wrote them down.
Right.
Okay.
This thing should be in your head. Sanitary pad bank.
Yes, a sanitary pad bank and a mini trade fair. We are expanding the SRC shop into a mini trade fair.
I see. How do you find the dressing of students on campus?
The chair, some are very decent, others are otherwise.
So how would you, or what would you do about it, since you have acknowledged that some are not decent? In fact, there are some that you see them and you are embarrassed as a woman.
Yes, please.
So what would we do about it?
First of all, I believe communication is key. And so when we sensitize these ladies on how to dress, it will go a long way to help.
How would you do that? How would you sensitize them?
Organizing seminars, also involving the JCRCs in communicating this.
On a normal day, do you dress like this?
Yes, please,
Or
I always
covered
do.
up?
Yes, please.
You are in superannuation.
Yes,
Have you
please,
taken
I
up
am.
any positions there?
Yes, please.
What do you do there, please?
I am the former Ladies Wing Organizing Secretary.
Right. You're in level 300, you said?
No, level 400, please.
Level 400?
Yes, please.
It's 5 years?
No, 6 years.
6 years?
Yes, please.
Right. So apart from that, what have you been doing for the past 4 years? Have you been there for 4 years?
Yes, please, I have.
So what other thing have you done? I have not seen you as a course rep. There's nothing about your church. There's nothing. Which other leadership roles have you, leadership, apart from the women's wing? Tell me.
The chair, I have been there. I am currently the GP, Ghana Pharmaceutical Students Association UCC Organizing Secretary.
Right.
I have also served as the Holy Child Past Students Association, and St. Augustine's Past Students Union General Secretary.
Is that the ABSU HOPSA?
Yes, please.
I see. In these positions you have held,
Yes, please.
tell us about something significant that you did. Something we can point to.
The chair, as the Ghana Pharmaceutical Students Association UCC organizer, I am the chair. I would like to gather my thoughts and come back.
Right. We are waiting. Not too long.
Yes, please.
Now this one you should come. Something you have done. You know, your leadership positions. I did this, I did that.
Yes, please. In the health sector or in my program, we have realized that some of the things are too much. The curriculum is too much. And so I believe that dramatizing most of the health or the problems, the case studies that we have, will make it more easier for us. And so, as the organizing secretary, I set up the drama club, which is yet to have its first play in our upcoming week celebration. Also, I believe that in the health sector, we don't work in isolation, we work together. And so when I came into office, I have started a collaborative dinner, which will be taking place after our week celebration with a medical school.
Dinner.
Yes, please.
That's something significant you have done.
No, please. The reason behind it is what is significant. We are looking at interdependence because we are going to be working together after here. So,
Strangely, you also taught 6 months about at what? Crown of Schools.
Crown
Tell
of
me about
Glory
that.
schools. Yes,
Is
please.
that, no, you don't have glory here. Come and see. Read this one. Crown of Schools. So don't bring glory. It's Crown of Schools. Yes. Tell us.
Yes, please. I was a student at Doribab School Complex Junior High School. The head teacher there, after we left, created his own school, established his own school. And so after senior high school, while I was waiting for my results and getting ready to come to school, he asked me to help. I was invited to help the students with social studies. Yes, please.
Did you copy Stana's CV or he copied yours? Because you've also committed the same mistake I was talking about with the referees. So you notice the positions are not really needed. And then the name before, type in name and the person's name, position, then the person, no, it shouldn't be so. You just go straight to the point and give us the name and address of. Let me quickly look at your CGPA. I think you started with 3.7, then it dropped to 3.4. Is it about the 6-year programs or what? Then it dropped to 3.6, no, 3.0 actually. Then it dropped to 2 points, sorry. No, make your calculation. Then it dropped to 2.8, then to 2.6, then 2.68, then 2.67. As we speak, is 2.7. With no ISIS, of course, you pass. But it's worrying. Why is it dropping like that? What can we do about it?
The chair, I believe shortcomings are meant to happen. However, what will make the difference is if we rise up and do better. Just as in every stage of life, we adapt, we embrace, we plan, we restructure things, and then we succeed. I'm going to adapt new ways. I have already adapted new ways, and then I'm working on it.
I'll follow it up. Don't give me vibes.
Yes, please.
Tell me about toxicology.
Toxicology.
Yes.
So we study about toxins and how they affect the human body.
Toxins. What is
Yeah.
toxin? I'm a lay person. I'm a business student.
So toxin is a harmful substance. Any xenobiotic, any harmful substance that gets into our body is a toxin.
So what are some of them? Ah,
Microtoxins, macrotoxins.
think about it. I want English word, not microtoxins and macrotoxins. Think about practical examples and give me. I'll come back later. Let my colleagues interact with you. They look very tired, but they are poised to ask you questions, like Stana, like you did.
Team Stana,
The chair.
you guys look great. I'll start from the lady.
I don't think it's great in a sense of getting married, but great as in a sense
Ah,
of...
yeah, I forgot to ask that. Are you together?
No, please, we are not.
You are not. You have your own boyfriend.
No, I don't have
You
one.
don't. You have your own girlfriend. You're on camera.
Professor, please, can you take the question again?
Pardon?
The question again.
You have your own girlfriend.
I'm having...
So how did you meet?
Professor, with the meeting, it was quite strange because it was quite strange. I went to the gym at Stadium, and then a friend of mine introduced her to me. And then I told my friend of mine that, oh, she's beautiful. And then I think she F-drooped, and then she said, hi. So that's where the meeting started, and then we started being friends.
Oh, sure.
Okay, Chelsea, let's go. So, what are the main elements depicted on the coat of arms of the University of Cape Coast? And what do they symbolize? This is for Chelsea.
Sorry, I think I didn't give you the, but you know the deal. So this set of questions, until it comes back to us, it will be individualistic. So if it's not your turn, you don't talk, you don't write. Thank you. You don't whisper. And the audience, if you disturb us, we end it, and Stana will lose his chance. So please, we beg you. Me too, I beg you.
The chair, the eagle, the waves.
Do you want the question to be repeated?
No, please.
Okay.
Thank you. So to seek, the eagle is to seek for education.
2,
Thank you.
should I come in?
Yes, please.
Oh, okay. So we have the Edinkra symbol signifying God's omnipotence. We have the background of wavy blue and white lines, which signifies the sea, and the golden eagle, just as you said, symbolizing strength and determination, and then excellence. So it's fair. Eagle, and then it's fair.
Thank you.
Stana, now to your turn. Okay,
Yes, Chair.
so there are strategic or key themes which aligns with the university's mission and vision. And from these themes, the university seeks to transform itself and promote its ideal position to achieve a competitive advantage. Should I take it again?
I think if the Prof. Chair, if there's a way to reframe the question, yeah,
Okay.
that's fine.
So just as I said, the university has key or strategic themes, which
Strategic
align key or strategic themes.
themes.
Yes, please. Which aligns with the university's mission and then vision. So from these themes, the university seeks to transform itself and promote its ideal position to achieve a competitive advantage. So the main question is, give any 4 of these strategic themes.
4 of the strategic themes.
Yes, please.
Prof. Chair, I think excellence, true excellence, empowerment, ethical behavior, and
I don't know if you got me correct, because what you are saying is a different thing.
because I'm trying to get the themes.
Okay.
Don't
So,
write when it's not your turn. That one. Don't write.
so just as I said, there are strategic themes which aligns with the university's mission and then vision. And from these themes, the university seeks to transform itself and promote its ideal position to achieve a competitive advantage. So give me any 4 of these strategic or key themes.
Well, Prof. Chair, to my understanding, I think these themes will border or hinge on research, innovation, like innovative teaching, and professional development. Thank you very much, Prof. Chair. So that's,
You said something about research.
yeah,
Come again. Mhm.
so research, the innovative teaching, professional development, yeah.
Okay, so let me give you, the actually 9, but let me give you 4.
Okay.
So you have build resilient teaching and learning culture. We have promote entrepreneurship and enterprise development culture. We have enhance the international visibility and diversity of the university. And then we have promote responsible research, innovation, and knowledge transfer. And I think you made mention of teaching and then research, so I think it's fair too.
I'm grateful for that, Prof. Chair.
Daniel, please, I'll be directing my first question to you.
All right, Prof. Chair.
So, if it's not too personal, can you tell me if you have any
I didn't get that one.
aspirations?
It's not too
If it's not too personal,
personal. Okay.
can
sure.
you tell me if you have any aspirations to travel abroad to study, for instance?
For a young Ghanaian youth, as I am, in fact, it is one of the bucket list.
Okay.
The very priority of the bucket list.
That's fine. So suppose an opportunity came for you to travel abroad, like
yes,
you
please.
said.
Yeah.
During your tenure of office, you're
Julia.
supposed to travel abroad. The Constitution stipulates, in order to cater for such an eventuality, the Constitution stipulates that the President should give notice to the Executive Board within a stipulated time frame. Can you tell us what time is stipulated by the Constitution?
To be sure, is it the executive board? Prof.
Yes.
Chair? Executive
Yes,
board.
yes.
Well, the Constitution mandates the president that in any case of traveling to abroad, he should give a written letter to the executive board 2 weeks before he or she actually travels, and also make a copy to the parliamentary board, the Speaker of Parliament as well. Thank you very much, Prof. Chair.
Okay, that's correct. Now to you, Chelsea. So you should understand that in your role as Vice President, as you correctly mentioned earlier, you would have to, in certain instances, step into the role of President. Hence, you should be well apprised with some functionalities or some roles that the President undertakes, correct?
Yes, please.
Good. So can you tell me then what obligation the President is supposed to have to the Judicial Board? What obligation does the President have towards the Judicial Board? Just one obligation.
Appoint the Chief Justice.
Okay, that's also correct. Wait. Sorry. No, that's wrong. That's wrong. It's not the Chief Justice. Do you want to come again? She was on the right track, which means that she heard the question. Did you appreciate the question?
Can
I'm
you
trying
kindly
to
come
ask
again?
that, do you know one obligation that the president has towards the judicial board? The SRC president, yes. And in all fairness, you were on the right track. It's just that you mentioned the wrong portfolio, hence you should be able to mention the correct one.
Appoint the justices.
You are familiar, I've already given you quite a number of chances, right? The Constitution doesn't reference the Chief Justice or the justices. It
Okay,
references
the
a
chair
particular...
of the judicial
Exactly.
board.
Yes, I needed to be precise. It's correct.
Hello, Mr. Daniel.
Prof. Chair,
Please, how are you?
by the grace of God, I'm hungry, but I'm all right.
All right. So this is my question for you. The Vice Chancellor shall, as a condition,
Yes, sir.
certify completion of work and large scales of supplies of goods, inspect physical output of works and supplies in field. Please, did you get the question? So the Vice Chancellor shall, as a condition for satisfying completion of works and large scales of supply of goods, inspect the physical output of works and supplies in the field. Should I move on?
Yes, please.
Give me 2 conditions under which the inspection shall be carried out.
Prof. Chair, the commission of completed work, commission of completed project,
Yes.
commission of completed project, and then
Are you giving the answer or you are asking for clarification to my question?
I'm a bit
So there's a
skeptical
condition-
if I'm a bit in doubt.
So should
I
I
think,
repeat
yes,
the
you-
question for the
yes,
last time?
the last
So the Vice Chancellor shall, as a condition for satisfying completion of works and large scales of supply of goods, inspect the physical output of works and supply in the field. Full stop. So give me 2 conditions under which the inspection shall be carried out.
The chair, Prof. Chair, with your indulgence and your leave, I would like to be educated on the instances.
Okay, so before that inspection can be carried out, it is when progress payment required under the contract is made. That's 1. And 2, when works and supplies are fully completed. Then, Madam Chelsea, please, this is your question. When shall a loss be considered to have happened in the university with respect to its finances?
Can you come again, please?
When shall a loss, LOSS, be considered to have happened within the university with respect to its finances?
When the revenue is not as expected. When the revenue is not as expected.
Can you come again?
When the income generated is not meeting the expected amount.
So the answer I have here is a loss shall be considered to have occurred when the university is deprived of the use of any university trust money, property, stores, or any other financial or physical asset. So, Chair, with respect, is it so it's wrong? With what I read and what you gave me is not what I was looking for. So you attempted. Thank you.
Thank you too.
Stana,
Prof. Chair,
how are you? How are
quite
you?
all right. I'm quite all right, just a bit hungry.
Okay. Are you aware of School of Development Studies?
School of Development Studies.
Yes.
Yes, SDS.
Yeah. Can you tell me two departments under the School of Development Studies? All right.
Okay,
All right, madam.
thank you.
Okay. I am often carried.
You are often.
I did that because we have not asked anybody about departments in the school. So I just want to be fair.
That's fine. Grateful for the benefit. No, please.
All right. Are you ready?
Yes, please.
I am often carried, yet rarely heard. My purpose is clear in the university, though my face is concealed. I prove your identity.
Prof. Chair, with your lead, I'm not getting the exact things being uttered out. So, if it could be.
Yes, please.
Be audible. You see, he can't hear what you are saying. So,
All right, ma'am. Okay.
So it's a riddle.
Yes.
It's a riddle. I am often carried, yet my
The word there,
I am often carried.
often what? That word.
Carried.
Okay.
I am often carried, yet rarely held.
Okay, you say it and I'll say it. I am often carried, yet rarely held.
Held. My 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 purpose is clear in the university. Though my face is concealed. I prove your identity and can grant you access to.
Please stop whispering. I don't like that.
Without me, you are unknown.
Prof. Chair, with the first attempt, I'll go for student ID.
That's correct.
Face cover.
Okay. Is it Chelsea? Chelsea,
Yes, please.
can you please tell me two functions of the chaplaincy committee according to the university handbook?
Yes, please.
All right.
They are supposed to chair all chaplain activities of the university.
I said two.
I would like you to educate me on that, please. Thank you.
Okay. What did you say for the first point?
Chair all chaplain activities of the university. All religious activities of the university.
Okay, that one is correct. They also liaise with religious group on campus and the university authority. They recommend the approval of chaplaincy as they are formed. And then they're also responsible for upkeep and the university chapel. That's fair.
Stana,
Prof. Chair,
good evening.
very good evening to you.
All right, so I also have a simple, more or less, a riddle for you. Okay, so I am a service. I am a service
Okay.
provided by the Counseling Center of the University of Cape Coast. I provide services like group counseling on overcoming marriage conflicts, improving study habits, overcoming alcohol and drug abuse, and personality improvement. What counseling service am I?
Can we walk through for the last time, Prof. Chair?
I am a counseling service under the Counseling Center of the University of Cape Coast. I provide group counseling on matters like overcoming marriage conflicts, improving study habits, overcoming alcohol and drug abuse, personality improvement. What counseling service am I?
Prof. Chair, personally, I would like to be educated on that as well.
Okay, it's the group counseling.
Duly acknowledged.
All right. Now, Chelsea.
The chair.
Okay, so you are eligible for voting, right? I want you to name 5 things according to the student handbook that makes you eligible for voting.
Voting.
Yeah.
Please come again with the number.
5. Chelsea, to make things easy, you can give me 3. You can give me 3.
The chair. First of all, you should be a student of the University of Cape Coast. You should have an identification card at the time of voting. You should not have been suspended or rusticated.
You didn't get my question well.
Please come again.
What makes a candidate eligible for voting? Like, more or less like you, the candidate. What makes you eligible to be sitting here right now?
To be elected
To
for
be voted
elections.
for, like
Oh,
you, the
okay.
candidate. Yes.
Thank you. You should have a CGPA of 2.5 or more. You should have paid your school fees in full. You should be of sound mind.
That's right.
Thank you.
Hello, Chelsea.
Yes, please.
You look good.
Thank you very much. You look good too.
Thanks. Have you heard of Chelsea Football Club?
Yes, I have.
Okay. So, somewhere in May 2024, Chelsea Football Club coach was sacked. Do you know his name? May I know his name?
Please come again.
I'm saying that somewhere in May 2024, that is this year, Chelsea Football Club coach was sacked. May I know his name?
Question.
No, please.
Chelsea. The coach for Chelsea was Stana. Put your pen down.
Send your papers. Send your papers.
The coach for Chelsea was sacked. He was fired. What is the name of the coach for Chelsea? Is that a question?
Yes, please.
Uh-huh. If you know, you know.
Please, I would like to be educated.
Thank you.
Oh, I thought since your name is Chelsea, this will be easier. No, like I thought she might have interest in Chelsea Football Club since she's called Chelsea. Should I change it? Okay. So the correct answer is Mauricio Pochi. I'm not that. Mauricio Pochettino. Mauricio. That is how I will mention it. Mauricio Pochettino. Please, I am an American, so Mauricio Pochettino. Thank you. Hi, Danny.
Hello, Prof. Chair.
Danny. What is the name of the international institution responsible for prosecuting war crimes and crimes against humanity?
That's International Court of Administrative Justice.
Pardon?
International Court of Administrative Justice.
That is incorrect.
Then I sought
Second attempt.
Education will be sorted for then.
International Criminal Court. Thank you.
Hello. Hello. Stana.
Hello, Prof. Chair.
How are you? How are you?
I'm all right. A bit hungry.
So, state two reasons why it's necessary for the university administration to copy the dean of students and then the hall master or hall warden when communicating with the SRC. So, state three reasons why it's significant or necessary.
How many reasons? 2 or 3?
3.
3 reasons.
Okay, so 2. Just mention 2.
First of all, I'll say the Prof. Chair, they are copied because they are in charge of junior members, specifically the dean of students. And also with the halls, it's a mode of communication. These are places that harbors the students, residents, if you ask me.
Please come again with the second one.
The second one is that the halls are copied. The hall weddings are copied because they take jurisdiction of students at the respective residents. Let's say the halls.
So I'll give you good for that. Yes, the dean of students and the hall warden or hall masters, they ensure the welfare of the students.
Very grateful.
So that is that. And then for accountability, for record keeping also is there. So I'll give you good for that.
Grateful, Prof. Chair.
Good. So, Chelsea.
Yes, please.
How are you? Okay, good. So, according to the procedures in handling sexual harassment cases, okay, after the sexual harassment committee have made their investigations and then decisions, they send the final recommendation to the Vice Chancellor. State 2 reasons or why it's necessary for them to send it to the Vice Chancellor. Please speak out.
administrative head of the university and as such should be in the known of such. Also, the Vice Chancellor is in charge of the disciplinary actions to be taken in the university.
So why is it significant, or what is his responsibility after them sending the recommendations to her?
Please,
What
can you
is
come
the-
again with the question?
Why would they send the recommendation to her, or to the Vice Chancellor, sorry? Yeah, to the Vice Chancellor, sorry. Are you getting my question? After the sexual harassment, after the committee, after they have deliberated about a sexual offense, okay, they send the report or the decision taken to the Vice Chancellor before it gets to the registrar and then communicated to the alleged offender. And I'm asking that why is it necessary for them, or what is the reason why they send it to the Vice Chancellor before communicating to the alleged offender? Just give me 2 reasons.
Yes, to put the Vice Chancellor in the known of the happenings.
Okay.
And also, for any recommendations to be made.
Okay, I'll give you fair for that. So we have official endorsements. We have transparency. It ensures transparency in handling the offenses or the cases. It also ensures trust in the process, trust and then fairness in the process. It maintains a standard in the approach of handling sexual offenses. So I'll give you fair for that. Yeah.
Okay. Daniel.
Prof. Chair.
Mr. Robert C. is a distinguished alumnus of the University of Cape Coast, and he holds a certificate in microfinance. Which faculty and college was he affiliated to during his studies on campus?
Certificate of Microfinance, Prof. Chair. College of Humanities and Legal Studies. And then the second part of the question.
The
second part-
faculty.
the faculty.
Yeah.
School of Business.
No. That's the Faculty of Social Science.
Social Science.
So it's fair. Okay. So it's good.
As a way of education, it's now not social science, it's now faculty, School of Economics. School of Economics. Okay. So we'll give you the full mark because you said the first one.
So Chelsea,
The chair.
a student receives an IC grade in a course due to an incomplete assignment. So I want the steps that the student must take to rectify this IC, and what are the implications of failing to do so. So I want a detailed answer, and your answer should include the specific responsibilities of the student in rectifying the IC or resolving this issue. And I also want the time frame within which the issue must be solved according to the academic policies book. Okay.
Within 21 days after the results have been released, the student must write a letter to the faculty explaining why they were not able to submit the assignment or exercises. This will be directed to the Directorate of Academic Affairs. Failure to do so, the students will be awarded an E.
Well, I don't think that's not correct. So according to the academic policies, the student's supposed to rectify it within 2 weeks. That's 14 days. But you gave me 21 days. That's 3 weeks. And
an IC not rectified after the deadline will be converted to the next or to the corresponding grade. I hope you get me now.
Yes, please.
So is everyone.
Daniel.
Prof. Chair.
What are the areas that the cyclical curriculum review cover?
What are the
Areas
yes?
that the cyclical curriculum review cover?
I'm a bit confused, Prof. Chair. Could it be a bit expatiated with regard to cyclic what?
Okay, Daniel.
Prof. Chair.
What is the minimum
Okay.
and the maximum workload for a 2-year distance learning program?
2-year distance learning program. Is it a diploma or certification?
Pardon?
Is it a diploma course or certification, a degree awarded program?
Degree awarded.
A degree awarded.
Yes,
and it's
please.
2 years. 2.
Did you hear
I'm
my
asking-
question?
I'm asking if it is.
Time and listen to the question.
I said, what is the minimum and maximum workload for a 2-year distance learning program?
Minimum and maximum workload. Workload, I'm interpreting it to be credit hours. $60 to $85.
Come again.
$60 to $85 credit hours.
That's incorrect.
I am forced to ask you to ask another question. I think those things have changed now.
Oh, okay.
The credit hours for those courses have changed. And I have just conferred with my co-chair.
Okay, Daniel, who is an external candidate?
An external candidate is a repeating student.
Pardon?
An external candidate is a repeating student.
A repeated student.
A repeating student. So according to the academic policies, as stipulated, it says that an external candidate is a candidate who is taking repeated courses only.
It's wrong. Tell him it's wrong. And let's make progress.
It's wrong. Okay.
And tell him the right answer.
Okay, so according to the Students' Handbook, academic policies and
Yes,
regulations.
And could it be stated with the dictions? Article, I want to pen him down.
Okay, page 26. If a student fails a total of 10 to 12 credits,
Yes.
he or she will not be allowed to repeat their field courses.
He or she,
I'll give it to you.
grateful for the benevolent Prof. Chair.
It's not me, like.
Don't be so irrecoverable.
You want that? You don't pass
So we will skip that question. We'll go to Grace. Then after that, we come back to you. So put your act together.
Chelsea,
Prof. Chair.
you're looking good.
Thank you.
So my question for you is, who is the Deputy Minister for Gender, Children and Social Protection currently?
Watch his paper. If you know, you know. If you don't know, let's move on. Stana, I don't like it. I don't like it. You let me shout.
Prof. Chair, please, I would like to be educated.
Thank you. Please.
Okay, so the Deputy Minister for Gender, Children and Social Protection is Dr. Benjamin Src. And now, Stana,
Prof. Chair.
I must say, I really like your outfit, especially with how you've wrapped your tie.
Very grateful for that. That's a four-in-one tie.
Okay, so I'll be reading a riddle out to you, and it demands 2 answers, okay? So this goes the riddle. On 11th of April 2024, the University of Cape Coast conferred an honorary doctorate degree to me. And the purpose was because of the distinguished service, or because of my distinguished service to the nation, the university, global community, and humanity in general. Therefore, who am I, and which honorary doctorate degree did the University of Cape Coast confer to me?
The who Prof. Chair is Osabere Ma. I've missed the middle name, but it's Atta, the Chief of Grammar. Osabere Ma, but I've missed the middle one. But that's the primary chief of Laugwaman. That's the who, and then with the what? That I think was a PhD in accounting.
So I was expecting you to give me the full name of the person, not just the title. So you can come again with that. What is my name, or who am I?
Osabere Ma Kwesiata, the Ogwaman primary chief. Sorry?
Sorry, the second one.
And with the second question, the honorary doctorate in accounting.
So for the name, you had it right. It's the paramount chief of the Ogwa Traditional Council, Osabere Ma Kwesiata II. And the degree was an honorary doctorate degree of law, not accounting.
Very grateful for that.
So that's fair.
Okay, Daniel.
Project.
What is the general admission requirements for a foreign student?
For
foreign students?
A foreign student must possess like an academic qualification that is internationally accepted for university admission.
That's right. Chelsea. Mention any 2 objectives of the undergraduate program.
To build the self-confidence of students in problem solving, to equip students with the knowledge they need to pursue their careers.
That's right.
Hello, Daniel.
Hello, Prof. Chair.
And Chelsea. Would you, at this point, sip some water?
I think mine is
your
almost,
water is finished.
Yeah.
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, thank you. And I don't understand why it is so difficult for people who want to put themselves as leaders to obey simple instruction. You've been told that if it is not your question, don't write anything. And that is an act of dishonesty. If we ask you a question on corruption right now, you will say corruption is this and that. Meanwhile, in broad daylight, you are demonstrating it. So do I even have to vet you again? You have shown it, who you are as a leader. I'm going to ask you questions that will help me know your leadership. But you have shown your leadership right now. I don't need to ask you questions to talk and talk and talk and talk. Your deeds. I'm actually disappointed. Very disappointed. This is the first time I'm meeting you, and the impression is not very good for me. Okay. So, Daniel,
Prof. Chair.
Do you believe in humble beginning?
Yes, Prof. Chair, I believe in humble beginnings.
Okay. Earlier on, you did say that you really didn't want to be a committee head.
Yes.
And do you expect other people to be your committee heads when you become the LSRC president?
By mandatory provisions of the Constitution, people have to be committee heads.
Yes, so if everybody is going to think like you.
Which, Prof. Chair, in this case, it is seemingly impossible for everybody to think like.
It is possible because people would look at who you are and also want to follow you. So when it was somebody's turn, you didn't want to come that low to become a committee head.
Prof. Chair, I think I'll take a little bit of exception to the coming down low. I don't regard that committee chairpersonship as a low portfolio.
But that is how you sounded.
Then that is an ambiguity created on my part, Prof. Chair.
So why are you not interested, or were you not interested in becoming a committee head?
Prof. Chair, it is not about interest. It is about within our political landscape, our geopolitical world, and even the politics of the politics that's being run on campus. People support or push the cause because of the benefits they can get. I'm not actually disputing the fact that it is also building or binding on also the quality of a person. But then again, coming to this university, I threw out myself to experience. And in my course of experience, I came to the firm affirmation that I don't want to be placed in that area because one, I personally, on a personal account, not in disrespect to anybody or any committees, but personally, I don't see the impact of some of the committees, Prof. Chair. So therefore, I don't want to be in a position that, well, if I'm being accountable, then what am I going to say? I was the SRC president, the SRC committee for this and that, the SRC committee chair for this and that committee, and then what was your impact? Then I don't know what to say. So that was what informed, because from first, that is what I saw. And I felt like, okay, then that is not the portion. I want to be in a place where I can have a viable impact, a place that I can also look back and be proud of myself for the journey I've charted.
So are you going to change the committees that are there? Because you are sounding like some of the existing committees are not really important.
The variety of
when you are giving the nod, are you going to change some of the committee? Are you going to collapse them, or what are you going to do?
Prof. Chair, I think the veracity of what you said, that some of them are not important. I wouldn't say important, but some of them are of little to no impact or with respect to the duties that they carry out. It is important we put on the merging parts, merge some committees with some
So
committees.
if something doesn't have an impact, is it relevant?
Project, sorry.
If something doesn't have an impact, is it relevant at all? Why would you want to spend money and keep something that has no impact? So whether you say it is of less impact or not, I think it's just semantics.
Really acknowledge Project. So with that, I am the first belief that some of the committees should be put together. Some of the committees should be put together so that we can have.
Like.
Sorry.
Which ones do you think that they should be merged?
Sanitation and health.
Okay. At the moment, they are separate committees.
Yes, please.
Okay. Is that all?
And others. I don't actually have all the list, but
so which committee were you asked to serve on?
I think in first year when I came, I was asked to be on the dinner committee.
On the?
Dinner committee.
Dinner committee.
And I felt like I know little to nothing about putting up dinner, so then that's not the point.
Okay. Do you believe in service?
Service are the views of which society runs on.
Service unto humanity?
I'm in the health profession, so service unto humanity.
Okay, so are you selective in where you choose to serve people?
Prof. Chair, it is not about being selective. It is all about being viable in that space, because I personally believe that if I'm serving and I'm serving without cause, personally, I feel that is not the point. That is actually a misplaced priority. But then again, if you're looking at a point that you are serving and then there's a cause and there's an objective and there's a goal to achieve, then that becomes more viable.
So do you want to say that the dinner committee is of no importance?
That was not the premises I established earlier.
But that is what you are saying.
No, Proche, I think there's a bit of... what I'm trying to establish is that then, level 100, I personally didn't see myself in that space. But then again, I was appointed as a research committee chair with this current administration. I declined it because, one, on my personal account, consent of mine was not sought. And then second, I don't actually see, on a personal level, I don't actually know what that committee is about. As an SRC, what research activities are you going to undertake? So that was my personal...
You see, think clearly before you answer the questions. Because if you don't know what entails in a dinner committee, that is why it's a committee. And we learn every day.
That's affirmative, but...
So I think that be mindful of the answers you have.
Question duly taken, Prof. Chair.
So I think you should be humble enough to, as long as you have humanity at heart, you should be humble enough to serve. Because I believe that once the committees have been created, there may be reasons why they have been created. And definitely some kind of work is going on there. So if you think that it's not actually bringing you into the limelight and it's behind the scene, and so you then, to be honest with you, I don't think that...
Prof. Chair...
Yes. Yeah. You can come.
The premises I laid was not about bringing me into the limelight.
Okay, that's fine. So, in what ways have you made an impact on somebody's life? Can you give me just 2 examples?
On someone's life?
Yes. And the impact that you made.
Prof. Chair, I will revert back to Oguaho Parliamentary Council. During my tenure as Oguaho Parliamentary Council, members of the Parliamentary Council were equipped in public speaking. People came out of their shells to be actually assertive on pertinent issues, to actually be innovative, and actually to the want to learn or the desire to know and create was honed in Oguaho. So these are some of the impacts I have.
So what kind of a leader are you? I've asked these questions several times because I'm trying to know the kind of leadership style you have.
Yes.
And I'm going to ask you a couple of questions. Your ability to think very fast and close to accurate, and also as a leader, some level of economic literacy. Very important. You agree with me? So those are the lines of questions I'm going to ask you. Okay,
Duly
so I'm asking you this because
Prof.
I want to know your leadership skills.
Duly acknowledged, Prof. Chair. So when it comes to leadership, personally, being putting myself in the Goldman's leadership circle, I tilt more towards to the affiliative part of leading, and also to delegatory part of leading, democracy part of leading. So these are some of the.
So you want to say you're a democratic leader? Is that it?
Yes, please, Prof. Chair.
Please, I like it when you go straight forward. I want you to be very practical. I don't like it when you try to use a lot of words, semantics to describe nothing. So you're a democratic leader, and then you are delegative. Is that it?
Yes, and affiliative.
Okay. And then?
Affiliative. Affiliative.
Affiliative, okay. Good. Why are these qualities or leadership styles important, or in which way are they important for the SRC president?
So for an SRC president, tackling democratic leadership style, I think one person cannot be the repository of knowledge, but therefore, when perspective come into play, we are given myriad of choices to actually choose from. So with democracy, it's not going to be hindered on just the SRC president, but as an SRC president, it is important or pertinent that all the people that you are working with share their perspective with what's going on. So that is with democracy. With delegatory, I believe that is one of the best arsenals to empower people. Delegatory of roles. You can't have it all, you can't do it all. Sometimes let people also take to the course, exhibit what they have. And also with affiliative, most of the point.
All right, go ahead.
With affiliative, most of the time, it is not always about your perspective towards the problem, but it's about how you place yourself in the shoes of the people that's actually being faced with the problem, making renowned and informed decisions in their personal interest because you put yourself in that scenario.
Okay, so let me ask you, in case you are given the nod to become the SRC president, you have mentioned some projects that you are going to undertake: sanitation, work and study, entrepreneurship, social impact or society impact and capacity building. So entrepreneurship, and I see entrepreneurship running through all the programs of those who have sat in that chair. Have you gone through any entrepreneurship program yourself?
Yes, as a university required program, entrepreneurship and new venture creation, I passed through that course, Prof. Chair.
And you think that is not enough? So the university, what the university, that's for students, runs a course in entrepreneurship, right?
Yes, Prof.
And
Chair.
you went through that one?
Yes, Prof. Chair.
So if that course were not to be compulsory, would you have wished to do that course?
Prof. Chair, I think get that part of the course.
So assuming that entrepreneurship course in the university wasn't compulsory,
yes,
would you still have wished to do that course?
Prof. Chair, it is a dream of mine to also read marketing and also read MBA economics in the near future. So
MBA?
In economics.
Okay, all right. So I'm yet to come across any MBA program in economics, but you can get MBA in finance.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Okay. So the entrepreneurship program that you went through, what effect has it have on you?
Personally, after that program, everything I see, I want to make or have a creative mind that actually assess the opportunities that can make. Because as an optometry student, after the program, I was looking at how best we can make the optometry we are studying more entrepreneurial.
Okay. So what would you actually consider? You are going to do a lot of programs, right, and projects.
Yes.
What would you actually consider before you undertake any project? As a leader of the SRC, you have set your mind on something. You have a vision. I want to do borehole, I want to do this, I want to do that. What actually would you consider before you undertake those projects? Maybe give me 4 things you consider before you do those projects.
4 things?
Yeah, before you finally settle on those projects.
Well, one of the 4 things I will cite is
yes,
the impact of that project.
So the impact okay.
The impact of that project.
And you have a way of measuring the impact.
Sorry?
How will you see the impact? Okay, impact. Good.
Impact
Let's
of that project. And also, 2, is it really the thing that is needed at this particular point in time?
Sorry,
is it really the thing or the project? Is the project something that is needed at this particular point in time? So through a needs assessment, we can come to that conclusion.
Okay.
Yes. And 3, we are looking at the monies
but
allocated.
You can see whether it is needed or not based on the impact it's likely to have.
That's overlapping.
Okay.
Yeah. So and then 3, we can talk about the fact that how much more are we investing in terms of money?
So you are talking about the cost of it.
The cost of the project.
Right, good.
And also, the last thing I will consider is the participating, how welcoming that project is going to be to the people.
Okay, good, good. So you have undertaken the project, right? So what practical steps would you take to evaluate the impact of your project? You want to see whether your project was successful or not successful. What steps? You can give me about 5 steps that you go through to be able to measure the impact of your project.
So with the measurability of the impact of the project, personally, I think projects are institutionalized to solve a problem. So they have to be...
Please go, I want smart ones. I don't want you to go round. Smart ones. Very sharp. Step 1, this. Step 2, this. Step 3, this. That's how I want it. Don't go around, please.
Okay. So evaluation of the of a project. So 1, the people the project was done for, what has been the value addition to their lives? That is 1. 2, did the project solve any problem? 3, how did it affect livelihood? And then the 4th and the last, in my opinion, is going to be the benefits the project actually had on the people.
So you are saying the same thing in different ways. The impact, the benefit, the same thing in different ways. Anyway, not very convincing, but I wouldn't want to push you that much. Let me test your economic literacy a little bit. And I hope you agree with me that as a leader, some economic literacy is important.
Prof, I hope it is a little bit, as you stated.
Have you listened to any of the budget statement before?
Yes, please, Prof, without a lot of understanding.
Sorry?
Without a lot of understanding, because from the health background, some of the things they say I hear, but I don't get the import of them.
Okay. And somebody, since when did you plan to become the SRC president?
Well, I gave myself up to the experience from second year.
Second year, and you are in the 4th year right now, so
Fifth.
at least 2 years ago. And you are in your 5th year
Yes,
right
please,
now.
Prof.
Okay, so about 3 years ago.
Yes, Prof.
So which means that ambition has been with you for some time now.
Yes, please,
right?
Prof.
And as somebody who is preparing himself to become a leader of students operating in a nation or an economy like Ghana, I think that you should be also interested in some economic issues. Not to become an economist, but basic ones that being discussed every day, like GDP, inflation, and stuff like that. I think you should be able to appreciate them, right?
Do you acknowledge it, Prof. Chair?
Good. So what's the difference between GDP and GNP? In the first place, do you know what GDP is?
That I know, gross domestic product.
What is it? What is the meaning of gross domestic product? It is a household word, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
In my layman's understanding, the product that is domestically actually accumulated or produced, let me put it that way. That's in my layman's understanding, what I can call it.
So the product, I mean, you are solving from, so the product, GDP, gross domestic product domestically produced, right? Anyway, that's okay, I think. But it's the value, the market value of goods and services that we produce as a nation, within this nation, in a year. So I would encourage you to learn some economic stuff, okay?
Do you acknowledge, Prof. Chair?
All right. So as an aspiring student leader, do you think that the standard of living in Ghana is high?
Prof. Chair, it is. You know, honestly.
Why do you say so?
We are looking at our stocks in foreign exchange, our stocks with the foreign exchange.
So standard of living, yes.
Standard of living. Now the dollar has rocketed to 15.3, and now which has caused inflation in our goods and services. So, like initially, what was going to be purchased by 20 Ghana cedis is now being purchased by 40 Ghana cedis or more.
Mm-hmm.
So it has increased the standard of living. So students actually on campus have to use more to purchase.
So what's the difference between cost of living and standard of living?
Prof. I think education will be sorted for. I'll sort for education from the chair.
Who?
I'll sort for education from the chair.
Okay, good. I wish I could teach you, but that would mean that we have to spend a lot of time. But what you were actually describing was the cost of living and not standard of living. Because standard of living is measured by your GDP per capita. Okay? So the World Bank classifies economies in Ghana into various income groups. Are you aware of that?
Prof. Chair, no, please.
Okay, so Ghana is described as a lower middle income economy or country. Why? So we have the lower income economies, we have the lower middle income economies, we have the upper middle income economies, and we have the high income economies. So that's the classification. And Ghana happens to be a lower middle income economy. You have heard that, right?
I have.
And you have not taken time to understand it.
Prof, truth be told, with the matters of economy, the more I read, the more I get confused.
Oh, please. This is just a definition. Because this is something, I think we are using it every day. Lower middle income economy. Ghana is a lower middle income economy. So please, an assignment.
Prof, I'll take.
I was going to ask you other questions, but I mean, I think I don't have to push you that hard. Because I was going to ask you the criteria for. Yes, that's why I'm giving him what I was going to ask him. But I'm not expecting the answer from. The criteria for the classification. Okay? So please, some of these things you should try and educate yourself in some of these things. Prof. Chair, I think that's okay. So let me ask, okay. Okay, so you have a lot of programs. Tell me in in two practical ways that the programs that you have would, yes, sanitary pad, and then what again? Is that different from what your president is saying, or it's embedded in the sanitation and what do you call it? It's part of the sanitation, or that's your different program?
Yes, please.
Oh, that's allowed, eh? So the vice president has his own her own vision, and the president also.
No, please. That's a different policy, but it's part of our policies.
Okay, that's good. So in what way would that program affect the academic excellence of students?
Okay.
And the affect here means it could be positive or negative.
Yes, please. So first of all, with the sanitary pad bank, we are considering the basic needs of a girl child. Sanitary pad is a basic need of every girl child. And so sanitary pad is a basic need of every girl child, especially looking at the ages.
Go straight. I have asked you. So maybe two ways. First, is going to do this. Two, is going to do that. I don't like the stories.
First of all, it is going to allow students a sound mind to study. Secondly, it is going to cater for the basic needs of the girl child.
You are not linking it to academic performance.
Academic.
Yes.
So I believe that when your basic
Because
needs are met,
whatever program you have, the objective of you being here is to be able to do well academically, isn't it?
yes,
So
please.
whatever program you have, whether sanitation, work and happiness, and so forth, all of them must be geared towards the ultimate goal of you being here. So if you have a program and you are not able to link it to why you are here, then that program is vague.
Prof. Chair, I believe that to excel, you have to have a sound mind to be able to study. You have to have a sound mind. And meeting the basic requirements of every individual will be the first step in allowing them a sound mind. Thank you.
Okay, so your last question. I want you to tell me how you... Okay, I'm going to give you an issue, a scenario, and you tell me the conflict that is likely to arise from it and how you resolve, just one way you resolve that conflict. So,
Yes, please.
good. So within the leadership of the SRC, there are personalities and egos. So people have different personalities and people have their different egos. What conflict is likely to emanate from such situations when people have their own egos and they want to keep to their personality?
Prof. Chair, the conflict likely to arise is the inability to agree on one task.
Okay, good. So how will you resolve that? Just one.
I believe that as leaders, we are in for a particular task, the same goal. And so when we speak to ourselves, we put ourselves in the reason why we are where we are. I believe we'll be able to work on this. Thank you.
So the action there is what?
The action there is education.
You are educating who? Okay, that's okay. Okay, thank you very much.
What's her name? Your first name is Chelsea, right?
Yes, please,
Yeah.
Chelsea.
Chelsea, we are trying to wind up now. You are doing a pharmacy program, right?
Yes, please.
What would you tell the students who take emergency contraceptives every now and again? You know they take it a lot.
Yes, please.
So what advice would you give to such students? What are the implications of taking emergency contraceptives that are meant to be taken on emergency basis, on a daily basis?
Prof. Chair, I would advise these ladies to try as much as possible to abstain, or else, should they use these emergency contraceptives, it shouldn't be more than once in a month, because it ends up bringing fertility issues and other problems to them in the future.
That's all.
Yes, please.
Stana, how does it feel to sit there?
A bit hot
A bit hot.
than being up there.
Your questions were the most difficult in our time. Remember? So which leader inspires you and why?
The leader that inspires me is Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
Wow.
Yeah.
You are all choosing Americans. What about the Ghanaian leaders?
Ghanaian, I'll go for His Excellency the President, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo.
Right. So you go with your Luther King and let's continue.
Prof. Chair,
Why is Luther King inspires you?
with the why, I think the tenacity and the willpower to see that people are alleviated of their problems is one that it's inspired. Looking at the things he has to go through the summer walk, Alabama walk, being in prison and all that. To the
But
popular,
Mandela also did the same.
yes, to the popular speech, I Have a Dream. It inspires me a lot.
I see. Do you have any weaknesses at all?
Prof. Chair, yes, I do.
Are you temperamental?
A bit.
A bit?
Yeah.
I think you have to work on that.
Do you like me, Prof. Chair?
You have to work on that. It is true that Jesus even whipped some people when they were doing what they shouldn't do in his father's house.
Yes, sure.
But under some circumstances, you have to beat yourself down, and that shows courage and maturity.
Grateful for that, Prof. Chair.
We are ending. We are just about ending. But before then, I want to say a big thank you to all of you for staying with us. Those who came in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening. We want to thank especially ATLFM and the staff. We are very grateful. OB, PDF, everybody, in fact, those who took pictures, in fact, everybody. We are so grateful. Without you, we cannot do it. A big thank you to ODS staff. They have fed us well. They have treated us with a lot of respect and kindness. To my team here, I don't know what to say. You have been extremely wonderful. Thank you for your dedication and hard work. We are very, very grateful. I had to do this because once I said they should go, you all start shouting. So I had to do my thank yous before the final bit. In fact, most importantly, we thank the Almighty God by whose providence we have come this far. We are very grateful for everything. Stana, you said you wanted to sing, did you?
Prof, you asked if I can sing, and I said yes.
Do you want to sing? Before you sing, 2 minutes, tell your audience or your constituents something you want them to hear. Those who would eventually vote for you and all, if you should go through vetting, you have to.
Can I stand in?
Whatever you want to do. When you stand, you'll not be in camera.
That's fine.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Colleague students of the University of Cape Coast, as we have been reiterating from the inception of taking up this course, it has always been, it is you o'clock. Nothing about you should be without you. That has been our firm commitment to this course. Should the Almighty God lay his benevolence upon us and we sail through this process, we are asking all the students to be asking these questions. As we've come to your place to ask, how can we help? Let us know how we can help. And then we are going to commit the SRC into your care, not ours. But you are going to be the stakeholders of it, and you are going to be the governing body of it. So we say it is you o'clock, nothing about you without you. And of course, she's beautiful and she says hi.
Now your song, then we can let you go. Or you want to sing rather? No, we'll sing. You will sing together. Sing it, and then we say bye-bye to you. Yeah.
Captain of Israel's host and guide, all who see the land above, beneath thy shadows we abide, of thy protecting our strength, thou grace, our rule, thou way, the glory of them. Thank you very much. Grateful to be here.
We wish you all the best. Thank you.